There we are. All right. I figured out how to hit buttons. That's good. Welcome, Sunday Speedrunner Spotlight episode something. I don't remember the number again. I had a pretty good
Weird.
streak of actually remembering to look it up, but not this time. So it's something. It's some number that's large.
It's
Anyway,
the pain episode.
that's true. Uh, we'll let you introduce yourself as I struggle to remember how to start my show.
Right, sure. Well, I am Agustin. I'm a Max Payne speedrunner, longtime Max Payne speedrunner. Uh, I've speedrun all the Max Payne games, except for the one in the Game Boy Advance, but that's not a real game.
Okay.
Uh, I've been speedrunning since 2017. I think you've been speedrunning
hmm
around the same time. Uh,
It's a good starting year. A
yeah,
lot of people.
I guess it picked up. I guess that year it really picked up. Uh, yeah, I've really been an enthusiast for a long time. I kind of picked it up again now in 2025. It's been quite a year for me with Max Payne. Um, I currently have the world record. I also do have done the trilogy run. I'm not sure if you've seen that one. Is the one with the three Max Payne games?
hmm
I kind of saw that as like nobody had done that before, and I also did that one. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of pain because it was
Mm.
4 hours long, uh, but yeah, I've been just crazy about Max Payne for so long. Um, I kind of just that at least the first one I didn't play as a child like the other ones, but I kind of just played it and then started speedrunning it right away.
hmm
Uh, but yeah, it's just it's just a journey with this game. I had taken a hiatus for quite a bit, but as I said, I kind of picked it back up. And yeah, actually, this game, like many other games, but this game is one that has a history on Speed Demos Archive
Mm.
with runners with runs that predate Speedrun.com and Speedruns Live and all that stuff. Um,
It's a big deal for a game to have a page for SDA.
for SDA, yeah, yeah. I actually tried to make a submission for SDA for the trilogy run because I thought like that would
Yeah,
be a
I think
cool
they
thing.
stick to like single games for the most part.
They stick to very strict rules for
hmm
sure when they do that, and they rejected my run. I thought it was like the most epic thing, but no, it's like
yeah,
they said I knew like going in like they had like strict rules and stuff, uh, but yeah,
yeah.
um, I try to get that submission in there, but yeah.
I see it as
Um,
like a time capsule at this point.
right, I did make like a profile in there. Like
hmm
I actually like signed up on like Speed Demo's archive, but it's like it looks like 2007.
hmm
It's exactly what you said, like a time capsule. It's like it's I don't know.
Listen,
They should
I
probably not
suffered the
cancel it.
Twin Galaxies sign up, so I went even further back in time. Don't do that, by the way. That
That
website is
predate
so ass, but
does that predate like Speed Demo's
that
archive?
predates SDA. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's mainly like the high score website, but they did speedrunning as well until SDA kind of
It's like
became
a
the focal
sacred
point.
it's like a sacred thing they have uh for speed running. It's like yeah, the SDA thing as far as I know. The speedrunner then was actually I'm not gonna say his full even though his full name's like out there, maybe I don't wanna say it because he would refer to himself by that. It
hmm
was I guess you would say Ritter was his name with uh it was Ritter with a three. Um, he was the big Max Payne speedrunner around that time. He did like a bunch of like dead on arrival speedruns, which is the hardest difficulty. Uh, he did like segmented runs. It was like super typical to do segmented
hmm
runs then.
That was
Uh,
like an SDA staple was, especially for longer runs, they were always like segmented.
yeah, I guess because it was longer than less like strats were known stuff. Um, yeah, he did like he found all the like foundational strats for the game. It was that guy.
Hmm.
Um, and I think he was like literally the only one like speed running Max Payne around the time. Nobody else was, only he was. And and yeah, he's like a legend of like speedrunning this game, really. Um, he only really has like on speedrun.com, he's so like old school. Like only one run of his is on speedrun.com, and it's not even he's not even signed up on there. He's just like it's just like his
It
blank
was
name.
added in, yeah.
It was added in there, yeah. It was added in there, yeah. Yeah, it's really old, like speedrunning history. It's not as old as like some other really famous games,
Hmm.
but yeah, um, back then it was only him. Um, and yeah, I picked it up in 2017 with like more work had gone into it. But still like people started playing on like easier difficulties and uh, still there wasn't like as far as time, there wasn't a lot of like progress, really. This guy had done, this old guy, Ritter, had done Max Payne in 5135, and somebody else there had gotten to like 5130 something, but in the easiest difficulty.
Mm.
So then I picked it up and I actually, like, I remember I got the first like sub 51, and that was like a big deal to me at the time. Kind of like rummaging through memory. Uh, and then I kind of just started from there. I remember it was during those years, like it was 2018, like so much progress had happened. And with the run, I think it had become like 6 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes faster
Mm.
by the end of 2018 with like a bunch of speedrunners like and myself like grinding. Um, and yeah, I think I was like initially I was like part of the more like really really optimizing the game, but and I'm really glad I was there for that. That was just great. I don't think I was the one finding the strats though. I'm more like the muscle and less like the brain. And even still nowadays with what it is like now, I don't think I'm the one finding the strats and the real fast stuff. I'm um, just kind of like the one that's doing it the fastest.
Let someone else
There's
take care of that and then execute on that.
right, right.
Hmm.
Like I'm the one who execute. I'm the guy who will do the game the fastest. And then there's the other guys that that find a lot of the strats, and those guys are really really important.
Hmm.
I think I think like when you see I don't know if it's like that for like Super Mario or other games, but like when you see how fast the speedrun gets, like people look at the at like the fastest person, but behind that is
Hmm.
like the whole community putting it together and like finding all the fast stuff.
Yeah, that does get
That's actually make it work.
overlooked most of the time, at least to the like outside the speedrun community. Like when you get to the like the greater or people that are just interested in watching the best. And that's why, the history videos have gotten so popular and why more interest has kind of gone to some of the other people behind the scenes too, which is nice.
Yeah, I think because like especially the games you run that
Mm.
are like more popular. There's people like those history videos. I thought of like the people who make videos who get like half a million views. They're like documenting, for instance, like Super Mario, the one that's done in a 554 and like
454.
you'll 454. Uh, and like yeah, just like the fastest, and it's like milliseconds, but like the
Hmm.
fastest person is like wow, but there's like a whole community like behind all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
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 those videos have also like introduced me to other communities, and then you kind of learn more than just the best at the time kind of a thing. Because yeah, it's incredibly important to remember it's a very much a team effort most of the time.
yeah, yeah. So I've kind of just been that for Max Payne. I kind of wish like I would just be able to find all the really groundbreaking like strats, but I've just kind of been like the guy who like just comes around and borrows all the fast stuff, and um I just execute it.
That's how it goes sometimes. Like everyone has their
Yeah,
skill sets, and again, it's a community effort, so you can't just be one single
sure.
person that does everything.
Yeah, yeah. Uh so yeah. Kind of wanted to talk about the strats in Max Payne, but you told me like you can't like show the video or
Yeah, you just have to, I guess, describe it to the
yeah,
best of your abilities. I can't.
make it out with yeah. Yeah, no, like and I think it's important because like it's some of the things that uh like push people away from speedrunning the game because like there's stuff that's frame perfect, right?
Mm,
I mean there's a
been
bunch of
there.
stuff like that in Mario probably,
Yeah.
but like there's Max Payne speedrunning is very known for like super jumping.
Mm,
Um it's basically you have like these weapons and you switch from one-handed to two-handed weapon or vice versa, and you jump somewhere in the animation and Max goes very high, jumps very high. And even that requires like people use like frame rate caps in order
okay.
to do that. Um, like 30 FPS or like 20 FPS. And that's one of the like the major things about the game, about speedrunning this game, at least in any percent, because now people want to do all these categories to get around that, like no major glitches and stuff.
Mm,
But the one that's like the fastest is like, um, yeah, it's just like full of super jumps. The whole game is like just skipping a lot of the levels. Depends on which level, but skipping a lot of the levels with super jump among other glitches, but super jumping is like the main thing.
mm,
And yeah, it's the one thing I think even now, back in the day too, but even now, it's like the thing that people just kind of like maybe don't want to try it because of this one glitch. I think as more and more strats and more optimizations are found, it's like this one glitch is just more and more
mm,
um, present in the speed run. Um, Max Payne 2 actually has the same thing, which is super jumping, but actually like they're really easy to do in Max Payne 2.
mm.
They're so easy to do, people will do them accidentally and wonder what happened. Um, but yeah, in Max Payne 1, they're actually like a really big deal. Um, I'll be in like the tutorial area. Max Payne has a thing you can practice, a tutorial area, and I'll be practicing super jumps there for like X amount of time before I actually even start running. Uh, it's like you gotta have like a practice routine of that even before
Mhm.
you get to do the speed runs. Which in practice it's a lot worse because you have like the enemies trying to kill you when you do it. It's just um, yeah, it's just a roller coaster to speedrun this game. Um,
So it's like a
But
timing
yeah,
thing because you have to what swap weapons and jump on a particular, I don't know, frame. I don't know if it truly is frame perfect, but and then
sure.
you have to abuse that in a way where you have to like fly over something, skip something. So it's timing plus like positioning and directional movement.
Sure. And
So,
sometimes you'll have super jumps where like something is blocking you directly overhead,
mm,
and you have to like get the super jump, but then curve Max in the air and land uh, directly above where he was before.
mm,
That
interesting.
plus that plus enemies chasing you
Mm-hmm.
and like things trying to kill
Because you're
you. It's just
vulnerable when you're in that state, I assume.
uh, what did you say again?
You're vulnerable when you're in that state. Like you can't.
Uh
Because I know that game, you can like you dive and you can shoot while you're diving, and that's like, ooh, cool.
oh
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
assume.
It's not that. It doesn't involve diving. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
it does. It never happens in the speedrun. Which is like the thing that Max Payne is known
Oh, that's
the most
funny.
for is that
Okay,
it's the slow-mo dive that never happens in the speedrun because it's so slow.
fair.
And it's yeah. Um, which is really interesting. I think what you brought up with bullet time, which is
Mm-hmm.
what that is, that function bullet time, and how that plays out in a speedrun. Yeah. No, super jumping doesn't involve that. Doesn't
Mm-hmm.
involve diving with bullet time.
Okay.
It's only like the jumping, the normal jumping motion.
So I
Um,
assume then you can't shoot during a jump.
you can't. No, you
Okay,
can't.
so
You
yeah,
can't
you
shoot.
are enemies can just shoot you while you're attempting super jumps, and you can't fight back.
Yeah, that ties into other glitches in the game that are
Mm,
actually that are also important
I
with
see.
regards to the ability of enemies being able to shoot you. Uh, but yeah, you y- it does allow you to like dodge bullets in a way
Mm.
when you're in the air, you're kind of like you're more susceptible to like dodging bullets, but then when you're setting up another super jump or when you're setting up a single super jump, you're kind of like trying to set it up and you can't get killed and yeah, it's just
He's just
maddening.
sitting there. Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
I can
right.
see why that would be problematic.
Right, yeah. And it's hard to um I guess stay on your feet about it and it's a lot of stubbornness. I was talking to another speedrunner today and he told me that it's a lot of like being stubborn with the
Hmm.
game. Um but yeah, you actually mentioned bullet time and
Hmm.
I thought that was interesting because like it's interesting playing a speed game that has a function that's so essential to it, which is like slowing down the game, right?
Mm.
And it's like, how does that work in a speed run?
Just avoid
Typically,
it.
like you kind of avoid, yeah, I mean, you avoid using it the most you can.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, before I think when when it was like you had less ways around le I guess less strats or
Hmm.
glitches to get around the enemies being hostile at you. Yes, it was the case that people would use bullet time even in a speed run,
Hmm.
but now, like more and more, you're seeing just like bullet time is gone, is like it's pretty much out of use. Um, which is crazy because it's like this thing that Max Payne is known for. It's
Hmm.
like slowing down the game to help you kill all the enemies. Um,
You'd think there'd be a way to like abuse some sort of mechanic within that, but I guess yeah, it's just truly faster to skip it at all costs.
I that's so interesting you bring it up because that is the case in Max Payne 2.
Okay.
You can abuse bullet time to go faster.
Incredible. You know, that's actually
It's
cool
fun.
that the games that are so similar have completely different like strategies.
Yes and no, I would
Okay.
say. Like they both have the super jump,
Mm-hmm.
even though like in one game it's frame perfect, the other game is really so easy, it's crazy. But uh, yeah, I guess what it is like sometimes you'll use bullet time in a more strategic way. In the first game, you'll use it more strategically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like just a millisecond in bullet time in order to line something up very, very shortly.
I can see it being like safety strats for newer players or something.
It is. It absolutely is that. It's like a safety. It's like pulling a safety cord.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. It can also help like line up movement or like make sure you land somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that. Um, but yeah, the second game though has like ways of abusing it, which involves like turning it on and off and on and off and like
Hmm.
that, um, which actually does speed you up. It's meant to slow you down, but it speeds you up.
Hmm.
It's like that happens in the second game, which uh, typically, I mean the mechanics are more like fluid. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can move better. It came out a few years after the first game, and yeah, it's actually a much better speed game as well.
Hmm.
Uh, we can get it to Max Payne too. It's just another universe, even though they're like very similar. Um, but yeah, um, even there's actually mechanics as well that's like rolling to the sides that are actually forms of bullet time. Um, if you watch like early tutorials in Max Payne 1, those were taught. They
Hmm.
taught you, okay, you roll to the sides when you encounter an enemy, and that way you'll dodge the bullets. But even that's out of use. It's part of the progress where like runners, it's not only the strats that have been found, but runners have become just better at the game. And like rolling to the sides to avoid incoming rounds isn't even a thing anymore. It's also disappeared. So so yeah, uh, it's a form of bullet time as well. Like I said,
Hmm.
rolling. Um, it can be used like you know the nightmare sequences in Max Payne.
I've never played. It's funny because you know, obviously, I've played some Rockstar games in my day. If you've seen
Right.
my username, but not this franchise.
I was wondering if it was like GTA related,
It
but
is that is where it comes from. But I
it's
haven't
like Josh
really
told you, like
I haven't branched too far into too many of the other Rockstar franchises.
yeah, because Josh had told you like, aren't you a GTA runner with that name? But like,
I
yeah,
should be, but I'm not. That's the funny thing.
yeah,
You see, I didn't mean for this to happen, but it's just
yeah,
funny.
it's,
But I do think one day I'll have to
right,
try it, just to have my name make a little bit of sense. But
yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, yeah. I forgot where I was at with the bullet time,
oh,
but yeah,
I
it's
distracted because I was talking about I'm. You were asking me if I know the like a
the
sequence in the
nightmare
game. Yeah,
sequences. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
no,
familiar.
no. The game has like these nightmare sequences where everything is like slowed down and everything's creepy, and Max Payne is going through his trauma and
Hmm.
all that stuff. But that's actually where we use like that form of movement that is rolling because it's like the fastest form of bullet time and it makes Max like roll the fastest.
Okay,
And that's also like one of the cool like strats it has.
got it.
Um, and that's literally the only use. It's a strat. It's a thing. It's a mechanic that's originally meant uh for just combat and dodging enemies,
Hmm.
but it's only used for that, just like moving in nightmares, moving in nightmare sequences, and it's like it's just just crazy. It's that way now because I can remember when it was just another thing, but now it's only for that
Hmm,
and yeah. Uh,
that's how it goes.
yeah. Um, there's another thing I wanted to talk about that's the dead man walking glitch. I'm not sure. I know other like speed games have that
Like you die,
sort of
but
thing.
you could still control the character, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Like it's mostly like enemies think you're dead. The AI thinks you're dead,
Okay, yeah.
and so you just like you just carry on. It involves like yet another glitch, which is like save glitching. You have a quick save and quick load function in the game. You abuse that. Right before a cutscene, you save, you load, and you're inside the cutscene and you move around.
Okay.
Um, which in itself is like another thing that like allows for a lot of skips.
Yeah.
And they have this glitch that you can do in some cutscenes, uh, like in the first level in the first levels of prologue, but then the next level is actually when the game starts. And right off the bat, you can actually get Max killed inside a cutscene, and you come out of the cutscene with all the properties of being dead. That kind of thing. It's the same thing in so many different games, especially in like GTA games for like duping and stuff.
Ah, okay.
Um, when they do stuff like that. Um, yeah, and because you had said like, do enemies have a bigger shot at killing you when you're super jumping?
Hmm.
And it also, I guess it depends on that, on whether you do have
They're
the
not
the dead
exactly
man
gonna
walk.
shoot you if they think you're dead. I guess that helps.
They do. All they do, they don't shoot. Sometimes they could be scripted to shoot things, and
Oh,
that's a
okay.
whole
I see.
that's a whole thing. They don't shoot max,
Hmm.
uh, but they act as if you were dead, right?
Yeah.
So like they like group. If you just stand still, they just like group around you and stare at Max
Oh,
because that's just what they do when you're dead. They just stare at you until
interesting.
until you reload the game,
Okay.
and you're just like running, and you're just like at that point you're just like running to the end of the level,
Hmm.
and that's like until you can lose the dead man walking glitch by different things, but yeah.
I assume you
Uh,
keep it until the next level, basically. Like you reset to normal each level.
no, you actually lose the dead man walking glitch. It's not fast to use it until you lose it.
Oh, okay.
So like there's different points in the run where you like undo the dead man walking glitch, but
Okay.
if you get into a level where the game is setting a predetermined amount of health to max,
Ah,
um,
okay.
the game is like healing you,
Hmm.
and
I
like
see.
the dead properties go away.
Yeah. Actually, since you bring that up, how do you get rid of it?
Using painkillers,
Oh, okay. So
like healing max,
you
literally.
can pick up health and it'll. Okay, I see. I see.
Yeah, yeah, using deliberately using painkillers, restoring health to max
Okay,
will get rid of it when you get to like the next level.
got it. Okay.
Um, you can that's actually like the fastest way of going about the game is to like have the dead man walking glitch for like a certain amount of levels, but then you get to a certain level where it like just not fast anymore to have it because since you're dead, you can't save and you can't do save glitching, which is the other glitch that
Oh,
allows you to move
okay.
around in cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that glitch since you can't save, and yeah, you can't save with F5 or yeah, and so you just undo the dead man walking glitch,
Hmm.
so the game thinks you're alive again, and
Yeah,
you can do other strats. Um,
that makes sense. Yeah.
that was like that was like one of the foundational glitches of Max Payne, the discovery of the dead man walking glitch.
Hmm.
Um, it's like the game becomes instead of like trying to dodge the enemies because they're gonna kill you, you're kind of dodging the environmental things that can kill Max because if you look at Max's health bar, it's like all red, it's maxed out. So any sliver of damage can kill you now,
Mm-hmm.
even if the enemies don't shoot. So if like a scripted explosion happens somewhere, or like an enemy is scripted to do something that can kill Max, even if they're not after you, yet like you can still die, and it's just crazy.
Yeah. So the game thinks you're dead, but you have a one hit KO.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes
You're at
sense. Yeah.
you're one you're at one hit. Yeah.
So
Um
I'm sure that's not scary at all.
I no, no, you lose the run
Mm-hmm.
for stuff like that.
Yeah, I figured.
Like you can still take fall damage, and that's
Mm.
that's a whole thing. Uh the game is split up into three different parts. Um there's a in part two, you're actually uh uh you're actually getting through. There's a couple levels you'll get through with Dead Man Walking because it's faster that way.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll like do a super jump to get over. You're like out of bounds, and you'll do a super jump to get over something, and then you'll land, and sometimes you can land wrong, uh, and you'll take the fall damage and die. Otherwise you wouldn't die if you didn't have the Dead Man Walking glitch, but since you're like a sliver of damage away from dying, and that's actually a big like preset thing in Max Payne, uh, dying because of like fall damage and stuff when you have the Dead Man Walking glitch. I'm actually looking at
Wow.
my camera here. I don't know if I have like if the sun is
The
like
sun.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of being an enemy right now, but
yeah. It's just like I'm just like looking at myself here, and sometimes it's like my face. It's like it like goes away.
at least you have sun.
uh,
The weather is not kind around these parts, but
yeah, no, man. We're going on summer summertime here, and god damn, I keep the blinds open unlike many people who I know.
this says
Uh,
introverts can't sun bad. Anyway.
yeah, yeah. So that's a whole thing. Um, that's actually, yeah, like I said, it's like one of the foundational glitches that were found in like SDA days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was only found for like the first part of the game. Then it was like found for the rest of the part one, two, and three.
Yeah.
Um, but more recently, one that was found was like uh, it's called dodge roll immortality glitch, which is a glitch that I like understand like even less. That's why I told you I'm like the muscle and not the
Yeah,
brains.
I get it.
Um, like I have an understanding. There's actually some great tutorials for this game for people who want to check this out.
Mm-hmm.
For speed running, I invite everyone to at least try it out. At least try it out with Max Payne. There's some great tutorials that explain this glitch, dodge roll immortality. Basically, what it is like whenever you do a dodge roll, you roll to the sides, like I mentioned earlier. Um, Max is like immortal for a little bit because you're dodging the bullets, so the bullets just don't affect Max for like that like time that he's rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So when you save glitch into a cutscene and you roll at the right times, which is like different for every cutscene that it is possible. That's why the tutorial is so necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can actually manage to come out of the cutscene with all the properties of rolling,
Hmm.
um, which is the fact which is you don't take damage from bullets, which is even crazier because the enemies are shooting at Max
But he's
when you
just
have
not
this
taking
glitch
damage.
but he's not taking damage.
So
The
that's
bullets are like,
technically better because you essentially have Dead Man
yeah,
Walking, but you don't have the one hit KO.
yeah, yeah,
Wonderful. Beautifully
exactly.
broken. I love that.
Right. Yeah, it's just not possible. Both glitches are limited.
Mm-hmm.
Both like are possible and like very specific parts of the game for sure. Um, this glitch goes away. You never really wanted to go away unless until the level's over. But this glitch does go away when each level ends.
Okay.
Because when cutscenes happen, it takes away
Because you
your
triggered the
immortality.
property exiting a cutscene, so when you go into another one, it's like, well, back
Yeah,
to normal. Makes sense.
yeah, exactly. Also, I think yeah, when you roll, also it takes away that immortality
Oh, if you
because you're
roll at any
rolling.
point after that, it sets it back.
Yeah,
Okay, so you,
yeah,
I guess, as you were saying earlier, you don't really need to roll anymore, but still, that's interesting.
yeah. Well, there it's like you better not
Yeah,
because
right.
you get rid of that, and yeah, that's actually one glitch that is like useful to have for the majority, like um, the most you can,
Hmm.
because it's really so helpful. Um, but yeah, as I said, it's like limited. Um, but so like these two glitches, which are dodge roll and mortality, and Dead Man Walking glitch, essentially like turn the any percent category into like almost like against the grain of Max Payne, which is so much of like the enemies are after you. Um, like so much of Max Payne is like combating the enemies, having to use bullet time, having to be like all strategic about how you're gonna get around this. But these two glitches are so like I don't know, like anti Max Payne in a way. Sometimes I feel like that when I'm speed running it,
I
and
wonder how a
that's
dev
why like
reacts would be to that. Because yeah,
that's why I what did you say?
oh, you know those videos where I
Oh,
what is it, IGN? I don't know,
yeah,
but they'll have like a developer react to a speed run. I wonder how they would
yeah,
react to this
yeah.
because yeah, it sounds so like against what they were trying to do, like more
I
so
thought
than
of that. I thought of that with Max Payne. It's like, what would they say? Because I've been also trying, like, side note, I've kind of been trying to get the developers to like notice my speed run,
okay,
notice my speed running of Max Payne,
I see.
because Remedy Entertainment, they made Max Payne, and they're actually very connected to the people who show love to like the games, the different games that they've made. Not only Max Payne, but
Hmm.
a lot of what they made. I love Remedy, and I've kind of been trying to do that with Max Payne speedrunning and all the stuff I've done with Max Payne. But it's that thing where like the game is so broken, and this is not what they intended. It's like, what would be their reception to this? It's everything's so broken. Um,
It
but
certainly
I
is
have
interesting to
been.
think about because yeah, it's so against what their intentions were.
I don't think they would be like falling out of their chairs, but I think they would be like,
Uh,
like
what game is
this,
this? This isn't our game.
right, right. Which is interesting because like there's videos that explain how speedrunners like are in a way like developing that continue to develop the game in that
Hmm.
direction of like making it faster and faster and finding things that were there but weren't known.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, um, if Sam Lake is the CEO of Remedy, also the face of Max Payne because they were on a budget back then, and
Hmm.
the CEO of the company modeled Max Payne. Uh, then I've been tweeting at him there, but yeah, don't know if he's on Twitter much. Um, but yeah, yeah, it essentially like spawned like these glitches and this whole idea of like most of the game is just Max is immortal has actually like spawned all these different categories. Um, one of them is no major glitches. People are running Max Payne, basically skipping a lot of the glitches that are possible. Um, and I thought it was great. There was a
Hmm.
debate a little bit of whether it was glitchless or it was no major glitches because what is a glitch? Every
Yeah,
game,
that's a heated debate sometimes.
every game, every
Hmm.
speed game,
Oh yeah.
and, and yeah, I haven't run that category really, but I know it has invited people uh, who who kind of just wanted to do a more like Max Payne, like more intended speed run in a way with like more intended strats.
It certainly sounds more beginner
Um,
friendly.
yeah, it is it does.
Here, what
I
specifically
think
does it disallow?
it would disallow dodge roll mortality, dead man walking glitch, save glitching,
Okay.
and super jumping. I believe
Which is
that's
pretty much
all.
everything you've talked about.
Those are all. Yeah, they're all the
Those are
glitches.
the
I guess
major
the strat,
glitches.
the
Makes
major
sense.
glitches. I guess the strats, the strats are glitches in this game in a way.
Hmm.
Like um yeah
Well, it's certainly
um
unintentional to be immortal or jump super high or literally be dead and moved. So I guess it makes sense. But I guess then what are the glitches that are allowed for that? What are the minor glitches?
yeah. The thing about that category is like the guys, even though you can't perform glitches, the guys were still going out of bounds to do
Okay, you
certain
can still
things.
go out of bounds.
Yeah, there were some out of bounds instances, and um, there were there were parts where like you can actually like I haven't run this category, but like you can jump on top of enemies' heads and then jump out of and then get out of bounds that way. And there's like a few
That's awesome.
there's like a few instances like
Give him the
that.
little Goomba stomp for extra
Right,
height. That's
right,
funny.
right. Um, they don't actually like follow. If you play Max Payne 2, if you try to do that, the enemies fall over, but they
Ah,
hadn't
okay.
developed it yet in Max Payne 1, so the enemies just stand still and you can like land on their heads. It's another thing that's like frame perfect and
Oh,
like
okay.
the guys will there's FPS caps that are like third party caps that are allowed for speedrunning
Mhm.
Max Payne. Um, and the guys will make use of that. But uh, but yeah, I guess it does make it seem more intended, like a more intended speed run. At the same time, like I said, like there is out of bounds and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
not glitchless. I understand the naming decision. Makes sense.
yeah, um, that was actually like that's actually what I thought when I saw those parts because the rest of the speed run looks actually looks pretty like oh this is like Max Payne. Everyone's after you.
Hmm.
Everyone wants to kill you. Everything's so difficult to do. Um, but uh, but yeah, it just aside from that, it actually seems pretty intended. And
Hmm.
it was like referred to as glitchless for a while, but that never works.
Yeah,
That's always
because
redundant.
yeah, there's always gonna be something someone finds. It's like here's the
Exactly.
topic back up again.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I think that's actually a good place. You had said like that's actually a good place for speedrunners to start is
Hmm.
with that category. I
Yeah, it
think
sounds
it
easier to get into, but maybe still hard to master, especially if you have to do like the out of bounds that might require frame perfect
yeah.
inputs. So I don't know.
Or you could just skip that part as well. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah, I'm not saying that for beginners. It's more just it's still a category for advanced players too, right? Like it's different enough to
sure,
warrant.
yeah, it has like a bit of a different community in a way.
Oh,
Like You know
Okay.
when like there's when like categories kind of like split the community,
Mm.
um, where like there's runners for this one, there's runners for the other one.
Yeah, different
Um,
skill sets, different enjoyments.
yeah,
Make yeah.
typically runs that make use of no glitches at all would go in that category
Yeah.
because it's the one that uses the least glitches,
Hmm.
at least amount of glitches. Um, but yeah, it does like split the community of like runners of this category and the other category, which is like it's messed up because I run the category that is the most inactive, which is
Oh,
the
I
literally the
see.
80% the fastest.
Okay, so no major glitches is like the more ran category.
Yeah, it's the one that like people will pick up the most for like, hey, I want to do a Max Payne speed run, and that one gets run
Like,
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I guess everything I've heard so far does make sense. Again, much more beginner friendly and easier to understand, probably.
Yeah, it's just I remember back in the day, because I'm a moderator for the leaderboards, but like back then I was like a lot more active and like changing stuff around and like making the rules and taking care of the forums. People would ask about like glitchless categories.
Hmm.
Can we make a glitchless category? And it was always the thing of like define a glitch. And I was
Yeah.
especially conservative. I was especially conservative about that. Uh, but then they kind of started, okay, maybe we can figure out how to do this glitchless. And I was like, okay, well, fine.
Yeah,
But
I think an NMG is usually the way to go. So
yeah,
that way you don't have to
uh,
have, you can kind of figure it out. And
right, right.
it seems to have,
Um,
you seem to have struck the good balance if people are running it and enjoying it. So there you go.
sure, sure, yeah. Um, I had also created like Max Payne category extensions leaderboard, which was intended to be like a little meme
Yeah.
leaderboard type thing, whatever runs you want to do. I had done like one with without the dead man walking glitch, which was the only immortality glitch that was found at the time. I kind of did that, um, but uh, but yeah, they kind of figured out this much really better category because it has strats that are useful for it, um, but aren't done on the any percent
Yeah, like
category. It,
exclusive strategies.
exactly, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
No, that's cool. I like when the same game can have like different ways to play it that make it unique enough to warrant trying it out, kind of a thing. Or it's not just like do more of the content kind of a thing. Like you're still it's still any percent, but it's doing it in a way where it's like a different enough run to warrant existing. Oh, that kind of stuff is cool.
yeah, yeah. Uh, it's also split with like the fugitive difficulty and the dead on arrival difficulty, which
Ah,
is
yeah.
the fugitive is the easiest.
Hmm.
Um, and Dead on Arrival is the hardest difficulty. That especially makes a difference in Max Payne 1, not so much in Max Payne 2. Um, but that's also a thing which like I had said like at the top of the show I had said how the original speedrunner for this game um, used to run this game in Dead on Arrival, which is the hardest difficulty.
Hmm.
And I have done Dead on Arrival runs, and it's actually like it's a pretty crazy category because you have the save glitch, which like you can save into cutscenes, but Dead on Arrival you have a limited amount of saves that you can use per level. Um, so you have to even that becomes like perfect and specific where you have to save when the cut exactly when the cutscene will trigger
Hmm.
uh, in order to like have saves. Also, the enemies are just insufferable, um, and all the glitches are like harder to do. So that's why I've opted to like do this in Fugitive and just stick to this one category.
Hmm. The difficulties are then like a subcategory, I guess they call it.
Uh, What do you
Something
mean, like it's
like they
just
have their own leaderboards
or-
for the different difficulties.
yeah. Well, I thought of subcategory as like you meant like just a category that's like a bit ignored because
No,
it's
no.
the
Like on SRC, I think subcategories are defined like I don't know. Trying to think of an example. Yours might just do this, where you select any percent, and then you can also after that select the difficulty, and it has different
right,
leaderboards, right? Yeah. Okay, so it is set up that way. Those are subcategories.
right. That's what it is. No, no, yeah, I remember that now.
Hmm.
That's like a yeah.
Okay.
Speedrun.com modding has that, yeah, the
Yeah, yeah.
subcategories thing. Yeah, yeah, those are the two subcategories per category, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Hmm.
any percent and no major glitches have both the subcategories of fugitive and dead on arrival, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Um, but yeah, dead on arrival is not necessarily popular like
Okay.
that because it's just,
Definitely
you
sounds
know,
more of like a challenge
everything's
run than a speed run.
everything is more limited, but then there's like this tradition. I think like at least I see it that way because like that's originally how the game, like what the speed run for this game was founded on is like doing it the hardest
Mm.
difficulty.
Yeah.
But I've definitely done that before. But there's another runner now that has like all the world records across Max Payne except for the 90%, which I have it right now. It's like it's weird. And he has the world records for Dead on Arrival and stuff,
Hmm.
which is great. Um, but yeah,
Here, what does
um,
Dead on Arrival do over the regular difficulty? Like, what does it add?
well, it limits your saves. You have seven saves per level. I'm pretty sure,
Interesting.
um, which is you'd think it's enough for like a level that will last like 60 seconds or 120 seconds. Like every level kind of is that long,
Hmm.
but there's some levels where it's just like you just need them. And save glitching in Dead
Yeah.
on Arrival is already like three of those saves gone.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's just a whole different grind.
Limiting
Like,
saves is interesting. Like I know like limited continues or whatever from back in the day, but I've never heard of like limiting how many times you can save in a level. That's new.
yeah, that's a very um like quick save and quick load. Games that have quick save and quick load functions
Hmm.
do that. Or like a game like Hitman Contracts or like Hitman Silent Assassin. Those that era
Hmm.
of games have that. Like saves and like in the highest difficulty you can save just a limited amount of times.
Hmm.
That's a thing.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fascinating.
but yeah, uh, save glitching and Dead on Arrival is already like three or four saves
Yeah.
like gone. Especially when like you have certain cutscenes that you have to like save glitch and then keep saving in order to be able to control Max in the cutscene. It's just like some cutscenes are just complex to do that, and yeah, it's just really challenging in Dead on Arrival. Um, it's the most heartbreaking thing when you get to the point of like game not saved. You just ran out of saves. So it's like,
Mm.
uh, but yeah, that's a lot of what makes it difficult. And I kind of just stuck to Fugitive and just
Yeah.
uh, been grinding. I've been grinding Fugitive really since like I want to say May of this year. I've really been at it consistently,
Mm.
um, which is like looking at the time, the speedrunners are like the top three. Know that like even though it's the world record and it's the first place, like there was another run that was actually done even a year ago that is like 15 or 20 seconds ahead of my that had a pace that was like 20 seconds ahead of my speed run,
Hmm.
but then he kind of like really lost the run with something and ended up a lot slower. Um, so that's kind of what's been like motivating me
Mm.
to really continue. It's like a weird thing where like I feel I have world record, but I feel like I don't really
You're
have
not
it because there's
satisfied.
another run.
Yeah. It's a
There's
common
another run.
thing. I mean, especially I feel that all the time. Or at least especially used to. You're never satisfied. There's always something that's like I can still improve this, and then you're stuck playing it forever. But
I can save 6 milliseconds in that Mario run. Yeah.
yeah, you understand.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's kind of just like Max Payne is one of those games that it's like the hardest part about it is like consistency because you can
Mm,
practice each thing individually and it's kind of like okay, I got it, whatever, let's go. But then when you kind of have like the pressure of like
mhm.
time and the whole pace, it's really like it's almost like a different game.
Oh yeah,
It's it's just fatal.
nerves do
Uh,
very interesting things. That's for
uh,
sure.
yeah, yeah, man. It's when speedrunner said something that's like time is not on your side. You know,
Mhm,
time. He said, you know, time is not on your side when you're speedrunning. It's like,
mhm.
yeah. Um. So I've been grinding a lot with Max Payne. Um. It's one of again, it's one of those games that's like consistency is really important. So like my sum of best. I don't know if you're the if you personally like check the sum of best or have
I
it
actually
there
have
on.
it on my splits at all times. Like I have like columns. You can have like your PB splits and then record splits if you care. I actually do always have my sum of best on there too.
Right,
It's
right.
fun because it's like something you can lower even if you can't like PB or something. You're like, well, I can improve this segment. I don't know. It's fun. It doesn't really apply to Mario One any percent usually, but other runs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like in that speedrun, it's like every split is like
Yeah,
zero,
Mario
zero,
One
zero.
doesn't count, but other
Right.
games, it's fun. Like I know Mario
Yeah.
64 is a good example. Like I'll see top players all the
Oh yeah.
time. They'll lose the run, but they're like, oh, but I can gold this split and improve the sum of best a little bit. Something fun about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like another world because it's like it's so much longer and so much more there's so much difficult tech. Like
Mhm.
Mario 64 is like wow. I would never touch it.
It's a video game. It's fun, but it is not
It's
easy
fine,
at high level, which is why I'm not high level. Anyway,
yeah. Yeah, well, like the sum of you'll look at the sum of best in like Max Payne, or I'll look at my sum of best, and it's like a minute and 30 seconds more uh, faster
hmm
than my PB, and it's like, why not keep going? But then like you struggle to even keep up with your PB. It's like, yeah, just consistency is so important with Max Payne. Um, I was talking earlier with one of the speedrunners, and he said like stubbornness is
hmm
really where it's at.
Yep, we've all been there.
No pain, no gain.
Yep. um, yeah. So, did you kind of go over all of the kind of run tech, kind of everything that goes into the speedrun itself?
I believe I did. I hope I'm
Okay.
not missing anything because it's like everything is like so second nature for me.
Yeah,
Like
that's fair.
like everything I just it's just kind of like muscle memory at this point. Um, Not really. I think Max Payne is really like a game that you can just like mimic every. That's like the explanation of the glitches is what that was, but like everything else that's like more specific is like movement and like optimizing the run,
Mm-hmm.
uh, very mimicable. Like you can just
Yeah.
kind of watch and copy everything, which is what I do. I don't find anything.
If
Uh,
it works, it works.
but what was that?
If it works, it works.
Yeah, yeah. I just yeah. You can just mimic the run and just kind of do what every runner does. It's funny sometimes you'll watch like runs that are like top 10, somewhere in the top 10, and you'll find runners that are like still kind of learning and still kind of slow, but they actually think outside the box and they come up with some interesting stuff that I've even I have picked up, um, which is great. Um, but yeah, uh, it's again like a mimicable speed run that at the same time can be pretty inconsistent. Um, I guess. I mean, for a 40-minute speed run to be like so hard on you sometimes is like
Hmm.
it's yeah, it's just such a roller coaster.
um,
Um,
that's I wanted
yeah,
to dive in more to kind of your timeline through it if we're kind of done with the like explanation of how the more technical aspects because you said you started in 2017. I'm curious what
yeah,
got you into not only the game but speedrunning in general with it.
yeah. It was Max Payne 2 actually. It was
Ah,
Max Payne 2 speed running, which is actually a better speed game. It's always been a better speed game than Max Payne 1. Um, I remember Saint Million, which has actually been on GDQ. I don't know if you've heard of him.
okay.
Uh, Saint Million, he was running Max Payne 2 at the time, and he did this commentary run. It's actually it's a bit popular. Um, he did this commentary run uh, for Max Payne 2, and I just kind of like fell in love with it, and that was
Mm.
in 2017, and I picked it up right away because Max Payne 2 was my childhood
I
Max
see.
Payne game,
Yeah,
not Max Payne 1.
yeah. Now everyone usually starts off with like their nostalgia game. I mean, Mario 1 was mine, so very common.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. So I started off with Max Payne 2, um, which is a great, even today, a great speed game. I had the world record for it,
Mm.
but like by 1 second, like
Hey, it
5 years ago.
counts. It
It's
counts.
it is what it is. Um, but yeah, that is a lot of fun to speed run. It's just like it's great to pick it up, but getting into the top three is like it's really it's a lot of work. Um, so so yeah, I started off with Max Payne 2, um, and then I kind of found it was Joe Drinks Beer was his name was his username. He's the guy who did like Max Payne 1, very involved with Max Payne 1, um, who was learning who was the one who had to learn from all the SDA like text descriptions that this
Of
guy had
course.
done.
Yeah.
I think that was also popular back then, like
Mm.
SDA,
Yeah, the
like text.
forums. Oh yeah, that's where you got all your info.
Yeah, like learning speedrunning through text, which is like 2007
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Very primitive,
Uh,
but that's all you could do, really.
yeah, and he took that and he made all the initial tutorials for Max Payne 1, and that was really helpful for me to get started with that. So I was like, for a while, I was running both games, Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2. Um, and yeah, I think it was like the summer of 2017, and I was like really learning those games and just like I was like still in high school doing nothing but just like falling in love with those games. Uh, and yeah, I think, but yeah, it was by the end of like 2018, I had gotten the world record for both of those games. and eventually I went to Max Payne 3 with that, and that was great. Um, but yeah, that's where I started. It was Max Payne 2. Um, that's also tied to that. I had plans now to do a commentary run with Max Payne 1. I think it's been long enough since it's like the last one that has been done, and I kind of always wanted to do that. Um, but yeah, I think that's actually like pretty useful for people to get into the games when they can find someone that like will explain things as they go with the
Hmm.
game.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I really enjoy like the marathon runs kind of a thing where there's always commentary and it's happening live. So.
yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, that's what they do, right? When they like commentate runs, is like they'll grab the PB video and they'll do it like live on Twitch. I'm not that big of
Oh
a
yeah, there's
like
that too.
player,
I was more talking about the marathon runs, like runs as part of a marathon. That's what I
oh,
enjoy
right.
watching. But I know what you're talking about too. Yeah, people will usually get a run and then later commentate over it like this run I just did, and I will be explaining what's happening. Like those are cool too. But
Right,
and
right.
both are
That's
incredibly
where
helpful for understanding. But
right.
yeah.
That's kind of where I came from though. Like I think Joe, this guy that I brought up earlier,
Mhm.
Joe drinks beer, I think he was really well spoken and really like engaging. So he would lay commentary over the run and it was just so much better to watch it that way.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. It was so rewatchable as well. It's just like just amazing. Like I love the game, I love the commentary, and I kind of always wanted to do that. But the thing is, like, it's always like, oh my God, this PB can be better, and like,
Mm.
oh, when should I do it? Yeah. Um,
So you'd go the route where you would commentate over something you've done, not live, but like commentated in post kind of thing.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Which I've done that. I've done that before. I had linked you to those videos.
Yeah, yeah.
I had done a marathon run. I
Yeah,
sound
there was also a marathon run.
super young. I sound like a baby in that video, but whatever.
Was that your only marathon run you've done so far?
That's the first and only. Yeah, I've
First and
done
only.
the
And
the only one.
what marathon was that?
That was like who is this? It was Mr. Mean Mustache, a guy, a speedrunner. I think it was a Mario speedrunner as well.
Hmm.
He was hosting. It was called Movember Speedrunning Marathon.
Okay.
Um, he was hosting that. It was an online marathon at the time,
Hmm.
and yeah, I did that one, and it was cool. It was really cool. They let me have the loadless timer. They
Oh, okay.
captured
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they captured the timer on my stream because they were restreaming my Twitch stream
Yeah,
for
yeah.
their own stream, and I had the loadless timer,
That's fun.
which is a big thing in Max Payne, like time without loads. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Um, so you've only done one marathon run ever. That's interesting because that's what I kind of live for now. Is I've done so many marathon runs now, but
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
was a while ago too, right? I forget what
2018. Yeah.
18. Yeah. So whew.
No, now that I remember, I've done another one, another uh, marathon run, and that was Max Payne 2.
Oh, okay.
The video for that wasn't saved, and I
Mm,
was so
okay.
glad because it was like the same
Oh,
year. I was
okay.
so glad because I messed it up completely. I messed up a
Oh,
run so bad,
I
and they
see. I
hadn't
see.
saved the VOD. They didn't have that thing to save VODs and stuff. But yeah, that was
Mm.
forgotten.
Well, at least it wasn't important to you then.
I was like losing it because it's like I basically like soft locked the run and I
Oh
for a
God.
little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost so much time. It was so embarrassing. But they didn't save the VODs, and I was like this was a blessing. Yeah. And that was also I realized I'd never posted it on my channel when I told you about it, but then I kind of like put it on my channel.
Oh,
because that
the
was like the
marathon run.
first
Yeah.
the marathon run, that Max Payne 1 marathon run. I believe it was the first one. Like that's
Hmm.
kind of like where I see like a lot of people run Max Payne 2 in marathons. It's such a
Yeah.
good speed game. A lot of people do that, Max Payne 2. But Max Payne 1, nobody other than me, nobody has ever done it at a marathon. And that's only an online marathon that I did.
Oh,
Um,
like it's never been, or it's like never in marathons, just in general.
I want to believe, yeah, I don't know. I think that. I
Yeah, I mean there
believe
are a
it
lot
was,
of like online marathons. It's hard to keep up with,
yeah,
but
if you look at, yeah, I mean, but if you look up Max Payne, like,
nothing really shows up.
hasn't been done. And I
Hmm.
kind of wanted to do it at a physical marathon at some point. I just don't
It's
think.
interesting because it does sound like an interesting run. Obviously, I'm not familiar with Pain 2, so maybe that's leaps and bounds better visually. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
Max Payne
someone
2 is,
that likes the intricate details, knowing what goes into it. So hearing that explained, it does sound interesting.
it is. It's just that, like, now, when I did that marathon run, yeah, it was like fast.
Hmm.
It's 10 minutes faster now.
Yeah.
And I think now it's getting to the point where like, no, this is actually like a pretty good speed game now.
Okay.
Because back then, and kind of when I had picked it up, it wasn't necessarily that good of a speed game. It
I
still
see.
felt like you're playing a game with intended strats, but really fast.
Hmm.
It
So
just didn't feel
it's developed
like
a lot.
it's developed a lot,
Okay.
um, like a lot.
Hmm.
It's at 30, 38, 50 without loads is my time right now.
Oh yeah, you were talking about like getting sub 51 was huge at the start. Well,
Yeah,
now
yeah,
the times have changed.
yeah, a lot. A lot has been found, but sadly, it can't be attributed to me, at least most of it. Uh,
Okay.
but yeah, it's just I think it would be great to run it. It was like it's definitely on my bucket list with the things I wanted to do when I came back to Max Payne speedrunning is like be able to do a physical marathon run with Max Payne 1,
Mm.
which would also be like the first ever. Um,
Well, it's definitely
because Max
not
Payne,
impossible. So
d- yeah, I mean there's things like I don't know. I think about like setting up third party caps, games that have that use a third party to cap the frame rate.
yeah,
Setting that up in a different computer is I don't know,
yeah.
but
I'm trying to think about how like obviously I'm familiar with GDQ more than anything. So um,
yeah,
yeah, I'm not sure how they do because I know like PC runs they really those take a lot of tech time. Um, I know in like the GDQ discords each event that you have a role for like PC games because you know each game on a PC is so different. Like with consoles, you know how it's gonna function. That's kind
mm,
of why I like consoles. But
yeah,
yeah, so
yeah,
I can understand that being kind of a trouble spot. But I mean, it's not a like a reason for rejection. So I mean, I could see something like this getting in sometime. You said Max Payne 2 has been in GDQ.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It has been in GDQ, yeah.
so it's entirely possible.
Yeah, yeah, that's the kind of Max Payne game that gets the most love because it's the best one at
Hmm.
speedrunning, Max Payne 2, fastest. Uh, but but yeah, um, yeah, it's definitely been on my list to do that. Initially, it was like the Max Payne trilogy run,
Ah,
which I
ooh, that
kind
would
of
actually be like one of a really famous run I really liked was the Fallout anthology that Tomato Anus did in 2020. And that's a super popular run. Like trilogy runs usually actually do pretty well. I wonder if that'd be actually more enticing than just the standalone game.
um I don't know.
I can't speak. I'm not games committee, but I don't know. Here, how long's the trilogy run actually?
I did it in 4 hours, but I
Okay, that
wasn't
might be a little
necessarily
much. But
that. Yeah, I just wasn't necessarily very good enough at all the three at any of the three games when I did it. I kind of just
oh,
picked them up
sorry, I
for,
had an
for a
idea.
couple
What
of
about
months.
like a trilogy run with three people though? Like that'd be maybe enticing. Sorry.
I don't know if we can get these Max Payne speedrunners out of their caves,
All right, well,
but
hey, I'm
but
trying to help out. I've had some experience with the
yeah,
GDQs.
right,
I
right.
totally know how it works.
Yeah, I thought I don't know about I don't know about running trilogy at a marathon because like yeah, it would be really long. The thing about like troubleshooting stuff and
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
and-
half joking, but also I do genuinely think like something like a trilogy is more enticing than standalone if given the possibility and it's executed in a certain way. Um,
yeah,
because again, like that Fallout run was so good and very popular. But yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
back to
I don't
back
know. It
games
was
and
just an idea. I know they've had their Mario relays where they did like 1, 2, J2, U3 world races. They've done other trilogy like stuff. I'm trying to think of them, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
blanking. But they've definitely done, or like Zelda. They've done like Zelda trilogies, like 1, 2, 3, and they were
Oh,
relay races with like two teams of three or whatever. I know the Mario relay in like 2017 was like three teams of five people, so 15 different runners. So
I
nothing's
don't know about
impossible. Imagine
I
that.
don't
Imagine that setup. Whew.
I did watch it was like a Mario 64 race at GDQ. I've
Oh,
only
they've
kind
had a
of like
ton of those.
watched. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna be able
They
to.
must.
Well, maybe I can figure out which one it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, I don't know. Trilogy run might be cool and might be enticing. I can't. I'm not a games committee member, so I can't say for certain. But I can make
I
assumptions.
just need to get good.
But I mean, I definitely at least try submitting even just the standalone, um, because the only way you have a 0% chance is if you don't try. So might as well try.
Yeah. I also have to be American. I don't think I've broken this to you.
Oh, what's the news?
No, no, I'm just I'm not actually American. I do sound like it, but I'm
Oh,
from Uruguay.
oh, okay. Yeah, I guess
Big news.
that. Hmm, you certainly fooled me. Well,
Yeah.
I guess that would be a little problematic. Yeah, that'd be a little harder. But
Yeah, I guess I was looking for a more like local marathon to
yeah,
me.
I'm not too familiar with a lot of the more international stuff. I obviously know ESA. I think Canada has something called No Reset. I know France has something. UK's been doing something. Obviously, Japan has a big thing. But other than that,
know
like
that.
I assume maybe Brazil would have something, but I haven't heard of it if one exists. So, yeah.
Uh yeah, I don't think I would travel to Brazil
That's
for
the extent of my like international event knowledge. I'm sure there's others. I just don't know what they are or where they are.
uh I know here there was one year they did host a local marathon, and
Okay.
there were actually a fair amount of people there.
Well, that's
I didn't
cool.
go
Oh, okay.
because
Well,
yeah, I didn't go because I didn't know. I
oh,
would have done Max Payne.
okay.
I would have
Well,
done Max Payne.
oh, I forgot to
Uh,
mention Australia. Oh.
yeah, I'm nowhere near there, but
No, I
whatever.
know. I was just like trying to name all the international events I could think of. They're not
Uh,
recommendations. Don't worry. I was just trying to remember where they all are. Um, but
right.
yeah, no, yeah, that's unfortunate if it was like a one and done kind of a deal. I do know. Well, you said you want to do it in person, which I guess makes it a little harder. I was gonna say GDQ does still sometimes do like online submissions, but I guess that's not what you were going for.
No, I mean that could be a possibility, and I
Yeah.
think we were talking about commentary runs earlier, and I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking that with like that maybe that would help to
Oh
go
yeah,
with a
having
run submission.
for submissions, having a commentated run is like crucial. That is incredibly important. So that I can
Oh,
make a
really?
strong recommendation for. Definitely have a commentated run somewhere.
Right,
That is
right.
very important.
I guess I wanted to go with my camera, right? And my camera as well as the commentary, to
Yeah,
like
I
really
don't think that really matters. I think what's important is like gameplay and commentary. First like submission stuff, but yeah, I mean,
sure.
yeah, like I way back in the day, like I didn't have a camera or mic or anything, so I'm sure you understand. But I would sometimes just submit PBs without anything, and I never got in. I wonder why. Oh, maybe when I started actually like explaining what the hell I was doing, did it actually sound more enticing?
Yeah, it's also a thing of like of being like willing to put yourself out there with
Yeah, no, that's definitely hard too. I speak from
yeah.
experience. Anxiety disorders are fun, but anyway, yeah, no, that is not easy. So, and especially
Yeah,
say you do make it on the big stage or whatever, God, that pressure is ridiculous the first time. Like,
right, right.
yeah.
Um, I know that the way that the GDQ run the happened with Max Payne 2 at the time with Saint Million, it was a lot had to do with the fact that he had the commentary run,
Hmm.
and that was important.
Yeah, no. Yeah, again, that is actually like a very crucial aspect to for run submissions. That I can say for certain. Not to say they
Right.
like wouldn't consider you at all if you didn't have it, but like that is incredibly helpful for like, they want to understand why, your run should be there. And if you can explain why, then it's like, oh, okay. Like you've
I
been
guess
doing it to me and I'm like, oh, the run does sound kind of cool. And I'm not even
yeah,
watching
I guess that in a
it.
way it's also like they get to know you, right?
Yeah,
Like
no.
if
Yeah,
you're just behind the screen,
the
like who are
personalities
you?
are also important because, they don't like it. I've definitely seen some runs where the commentary wasn't exactly there, and it's a bit unfortunate. And there'd be like, yeah, that was kind of a mistake. Like commentary is just important for, especially for marathons. That's just how it is. It's especially for like GDQ, they need that viewer retention because it's very important that the charity event succeeds. So,
Yeah.
but
I remember back in the day when I did that commentary run. I thought my commentary was very okay for the time. I thought I was doing a great job with commentating everything I was doing.
mm,
The problem was like I was so young at the time, I couldn't
mm.
get used to like being told not to curse. I remember that was a thing.
Oh, oh,
Uh,
okay, yeah. I didn't think
yeah,
about that.
I,
I'm
it's
definitely a
only a
big
few
I'm a big
kids.
fuck sayer, but um I have learned to dial it back for online stuff for GDQs. Although I
Right.
have almost slipped up a couple times, but so far
It's
so
not
good.
only GDQ.
Yeah, no, it's not. Um, I just know GDQ has a big no kind of cursing rule. They've been a little more loose about it. I know like early 2010s they got really strict about some stuff, but nowadays it's not nearly as strict as it used to be. But even still, like, it'd be nice if families could watch with their kids. You don't want to, they can save kind of the more, after dark stuff for after dark. Uh, since it's
Yeah,
24
yeah.
hours. But yeah,
I
I
think it's
know
just
some
that
other
people.
marathons usually sometimes don't care. It's like a marathon basis. Each one has different rules.
I think it's just that people think like GDQ is the only one, but I don't
No,
know. Like
no,
in
yeah,
my experience, those couple times, like I was asked not to curse, and that was so difficult because I was a kid, but whatever.
yeah. yeah, again, and like every marathon's different. Um, but yeah, usually it'd be nice if anyone could watch, you know. So I get
Yeah,
it, and really that's not a problem, you know, especially as after you've matured. But yeah, I don't think I did any marathon runs when I was in my teens, so
I
got off
started
the
with
hook
Max.
there, I guess.
I started with Max Payne when I was like 15 years old. I was like crazy young,
Yeah, I started
and
speedrunning when I was 18, almost 19. So
that's fair. That's fair. That's better.
yeah,
Like it's
a little better. I still was not mature at all, but hell, I'm still not
yeah.
really. But I can at least I can at least dial it back a little bit.
That's a big deal because like that's part of what I think now. I kind of noticed like speedrunning now is for me so much better than it was back then
Mhm.
because I would just lose my shit all the time.
Yeah,
Uh, right, right. Like I
like it
couldn't keep
takes
it
a while
together.
to develop better mindsets, but
Right, right.
I always say like even with the kind of cringy reactions to certain things, it's just the passion talking. Like you wouldn't be having those reactions if you didn't give a shit, right? So I mean, that's the way I
Right.
look at it to kind of better justify the way I've acted maybe in the past, but and it's still not
Yeah.
perfect, but
But that's why I was so reserved on like especially streaming and like doing marathon runs is like, I was like, you know, if I behave like this,
hmm
running this offline with the microphone off, like nobody can see me, it's like, what would I be like
yeah,
with everyone watching and stuff? But yeah,
yeah, it makes perfect sense.
yeah. I think it's just so much better now. I think like you said, like development really helps.
Mhm.
I'm like losing a run and laughing my ass off. It's just fun.
Yeah,
It's just fun
I
now more than
I've
it was
gotten
before.
better for sure. I definitely my first like half of my career was very I would get very upset very easily at every goddamn thing, but I've mellowed with age, at least a little bit. I'd like to think.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially in marathon runs, I can like dial back any like upsetness because I more care about giving a good performance than like the quality of the run, if that makes sense.
right, right,
So,
yeah,
yeah, stuff like that
yeah,
you learn over time, but it definitely doesn't come for free at the start. So, very normal.
yeah, yeah. That reminds me of another speedrunner. I don't know if you know him. That's Matt.
Hmm.
He would host the Shots Fired marathon. Shout out to him, Matt. Uh,
Shots fired.
and
Hmm.
he actually did Max Payne 2 for GDQ online GDQ
Oh,
marathon.
was it like either the Hotfix show or like one of the online like COVID era GDQs?
COVID era, yeah,
COVID era.
COVID era.
Okay, got it.
And he was exactly that. Like when he was grinding on his own stream, he was just losing it. It was just like outrageous.
Hey, it's the
And then
passion
he's
talking. Remember.
and then he's doing it on GDQ on the GDQ online marathon, and he's like he's commentating, but he's like every time he fails, he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
No, I mean that it's good that you can control that. Honestly, it's not easy. It
great.
takes time.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, so yeah, I think I'd feel more comfortable with with doing marathon runs now.
Hmm.
I thought there was gonna be one here for like local speedrunners. It was gonna be an online marathon run. I don't know where that's at,
Mm.
where they're at with that one. Um, they told me it was gonna be like September, October, but didn't really happen. Um, so it was kind of like still in the plans, but yeah, I just kind of came back with another mindset of like wanting to do stuff for this game more than just like PBing and getting the world record again.
Hmm.
Um, I thought it was a great idea to come on your show. Thank you for having me on your show. It was a great time to talk about Max Payne. Of course, uh, inspired by the previous instance of Max Payne podcasting. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
there was there was another one, another Max Payne speedrun podcast episode of some sort. Sounds like.
yeah, it was Joe actually. It was the guy that I talked about earlier
Oh,
who did
okay.
all the commentary runs.
Well, there we go.
Sure, yeah, it was him.
Got it.
Um,
So,
great speaker.
yeah. Well, I've certainly learned a lot. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Are you gonna
but
try it out now?
no. But nah. I don't got the time for that. I
Sure,
would like
sure.
to play the games casually though, because I did want to kind of go through all the Rockstar catalog because I haven't branched out too far. So it'd be on the list for sure to at least just play. But
Sure,
that's
yeah.
not my
I
kind of
think
speed game, I guess. Like I'm very limited on
yeah,
like
it's a
what I
shooter.
actually
It's
run
not
myself.
Mario.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
3D shooter.
it's a very different.
Right, right.
But yeah, I mean, trying to remember because I know we were kind of talking about your timeline with stuff, and I know you mentioned you took a hiatus. I didn't think we
Yeah,
talked about that, like how long that was, or
that was like that was like 2021 through like just yeah, it's just this year. I kind of just I literally I told this to a few of my friends. It was crazy. Uh, like I got back into Max Payne because I watched the Max Payne movie, literally,
oh,
which is
interesting.
so criticized. It's so criticized. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes the Max Payne movie, but I loved it,
Okay.
and I watched it with my dad, and it was a great time,
Hmm.
and I kind of started missing it. I really like I was
Was there a reason you
I
quit
think I was I
originally?
quit. Yeah, I had quit after a while. Like I kind of just did it for like 2 years,
Hmm.
2 years like off and on, um, 2 3 years, uh, and I just kind of quit. And then other
Was it
people
just
kind
like
of
a
just
loss
picked
of
it back
interest
up.
kind of thing?
Yeah, it was just the same thing. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, I had other stuff going on. Eventually, I kind of just like quit gaming altogether.
Oh, okay.
Really, I kind of lost an interest in gaming, and now it's like Max Payne is like the only game I play.
Hmm.
It's is the only thing I'm doing with regards to gaming. Um, but yeah, uh, and then the years went by, and I kind of just like dwelled on it. You know, should I do it again? It was really cool. Um,
And the movie
and yeah,
just
it was like a Max Payne movie,
the movie.
literally.
Well, I guess one good thing came out of the movie then.
Yeah, yeah. It had Mark Wahlberg in the movie. I don't know, and people say it sucked.
Well, I guess it at least revived your career.
Yeah, and it's so cool because it's it's and every time I'm like even now I kind of feel burnt out with it because it's literally the only game I play.
Yeah.
And I run it so much, but I kind of remind myself like this is actually like my favorite game. It's
Mm.
just it's just such a beautiful game. It's literally my favorite game, and
So you came back
I
this
love
year and just started
yeah
setting
this
records again. Like nothing ever
yeah
changed.
I was grinding it. I was grinding it for a while, and I kind of like I finally was able to break the world record after like months of grinding,
Hmm.
and which I wasn't even really recording my PB.
Oh,
I just like when I managed to get close enough to the record, I started recording, and that's when
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it was really difficult, like breaking or like losing all the old like muscle memory and all the old
Mm.
strats that I had like spinning around in my head,
Yeah.
and actually learning all the new stuff. Uh, yeah, and I kind of just like every time I like stop doing it for like a few days, I start to miss it. It's just like
Mhm.
I don't know. I just love this game. I've played it. You'd think I hate it because I've gotten frustrated with it so many times, and I played it front to back like so much, but I still love it. I love Max Payne.
Yeah, that's
And,
important. It's important
yeah,
to
I just
love the
kind of like
game you run, or bad
yeah,
times.
yeah, um, yeah. I just kind of wish like more people would like pick it up. I know
Mm.
it's like it can be a bit like difficult or like intimidating, but I just um I wish like Max Payne is not the kind of game that has like a super like active community like Vice City where it's like
Mm.
there's so many runs like
Yeah.
all the time. It's like or just GTA in general. It's like you know hard to keep up. Um, it's just that like a good number of people have done like a run, but I wish like I could pick up even more. It's not necessarily like a super popular speed game, especially the first game. Um, because I think only now it's become like a formidable speed game that looks less like the intended way to do it and more like the like a fast way of like really breaking it and it looking like a speed game.
Mm.
But yeah, um, I think the place to start I think it's still like Max Payne 2 because it's
Mm.
shorter and it's a better speed game. Um, I actually remember we were talking about marathon runs,
Mm-hmm.
old marathon runs of like Max Payne 2, where like donations would come in and people would ask, "Hey, are you gonna try Max Payne 1?" And he's like, "No, it's a terrible speed
Oh,
game."
okay. The hatred runs deep. I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, at least it sounds like things have improved over time. That's good.
It's yeah. It's the game feels shorter. It's weird because it's obviously right. The game is getting just it's
Yeah.
just getting faster
I
and
should hope it
faster.
feels
But
shorter.
it just it feels like that when you speedrun it because I used to do this game in like real time without or with loads. It
Ah,
was like
yeah.
1 hour long.
Mm.
It was an hour long, and now it's 40 minutes long in real time. It's just, you know, um, yeah, it just feels shorter. It's so much better of a speedrun now.
Mm.
Um, and I'm glad to be around for the ride, and I hope I can break sub 38.
Mm-hmm.
I, I hope I can grind that down. But yeah,
Well, um, I know we haven't gone into much detail on the other games. Like talked a little bit about two, like none about three, and then I don't know if you've run anything else. So if there's anything
oh yeah, well,
interesting to
I
talk
mean,
about from your other game.
um, yeah, because Max Payne 1 is the only game I've
Yeah,
played, but
I know, but like it's not the
uh,
only one on your SRC, so
um, it's Max Payne 2, yeah, it's like I said, a better speed game. Um, I picked that up for the trilogy
mm,
recently, but yeah, it in a lot of ways it's very similar to Max Payne 1. Um, there's super jumps, like I said,
mhm.
they're
They're
really
just
easy to
easy.
do.
Yeah.
The levels break a lot more. There's levels that are like 20 seconds long or something when they're
Mm,
supposed to be like 10 to 20 minutes long.
just more like out of
And
bounds kind of stuff.
a lot of that, yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, yeah, um, it's like a little crazy because like the fastest form of movement in Max Payne 2 is like running diagonally and jumping,
Mm.
which is like
Kind of like a.
for
No, that's not what that
was
is.
that?
Is it like, you have a set speed for your directions, but it's like, since you're holding two directions, it's increased in that way? I
Well,
know
it's not
there's
like
some games that
double.
are developed like that, yeah.
It's not like double the speed,
No,
but
yeah.
it's like
But it is.
it's things that if you were to turn on developer keys and look at like the stats that you wouldn't be able to see otherwise, like you'll see the acceleration is like a tiny bit faster.
Okay.
And so
I see.
you do that the entire speed run, and that's the fastest form of movement.
Okay. Got it.
Um, and yeah, um, that game you have like the super jump. You also have like a reload jump, which is like
Mm-hmm.
reloading and jumping straight up, and you can do that with only one weapon. Because for super jumping in both games it works the same. You need like a one-handed weapon to a two-handed weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Max Payne 2 has that, and yeah, it has a lot of out of bounds, a lot of out of bounds instances. It happens a lot. I think like a glitchless category wouldn't work in that game because it
Oh,
would be like
you'd
way
glitch on
too much
accident.
longer. Right. No, that's true because it's
Yeah.
so easy. It's
That's always funny. I've known people running games that were like running a glitchless category and just accidentally trying to play the game normally. Something happens. It's like, well, I guess my run's dead.
yeah, it's way too easy to super jump in Max Payne 2 as opposed to Max Payne 1. So like things like that will happen will happen on accident.
Oh, that's funny.
Um and yeah, I don't know that it's like like the strats are easier necessarily, all of them at least,
Hmm.
but it's a faster game.
Yeah.
It's always been like the best Max Payne speed game. Um, yeah, like I said, it's been on GDQ and stuff,
Hmm.
and yeah, that one's a ton of fun.
And
But
you
yeah,
just learned that for
um,
the trilogy, pretty much.
I used to do it. I
Yeah,
used to
I know you
do
said
it.
you started with that game, but it didn't sound like it. Oh no, you did say you got like the record in it back then.
Yeah, I had world record. Yeah,
Okay,
for
so
that one.
so you did put in some work, but on the return, it was just for or the trilogy.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah, sure. Yeah, when I came back to do this, it's only for the trilogy.
got it.
It's kind of good. Also, I just haven't necessarily had the time to grind all three games like I used to.
Yeah,
Because I
no.
also had like a quote unquote world record for Max Payne 3, but that's
Hmm.
uh, it was kind of like I don't know. It was weird at the time with how the timing and stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, Max Payne 2. Uh, just like getting into the top three for that game is just it's just kind of difficult.
Hmm.
Becomes like Mario games, right? Where it's
Yeah,
like the difference is nothing.
and it sounds like there's a lot more competition, so it's going to be a
More
harder one to
activity,
break.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. More activity
Hmm.
for that game. Um, yeah, I mean it would be fun to be able to do it again. I just feel really burnt out with that game for some reason. I think maybe early on I did it so much that
Hmm.
like I can't really like I turn it on now and I can't really that feeling when like you've done a game so much you can't even like turn it on and play normally. It's just like I don't
Yeah,
know.
I kind of get it. I mean, I've definitely gotten burned out. Hell, I haven't been streaming speedruns in like 3 months due to burnout, but and I even came back with like a different game than what I was doing because I still don't feel ready for it. So now burnout's a very
Right.
real, very common thing. Can't deny that.
Sure. Yeah. But for some reason that hasn't really happened with like the first game,
Well, I mean,
but yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, because I love the first one. The second one it is what it is.
Yeah, but
Um
we haven't at all talked about the third game. I don't know if there's
Yeah,
much to
well,
talk about there.
the third game is the one that's actually like the worst. I would say the worst speed game.
Okay.
It's really not speedy like that.
Hmm.
Um,
I know it's more like cutscene heavy, kind of more,
right,
modernized kind of game. I don't want
right.
to say movie like, although they did make a movie kind of around it, but you know what I
The
mean.
movie was Yeah, the movie was centered around the first Max Payne,
Okay, it
not
was.
the
I
second
thought
or the
like
third.
the outfits were similar. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I think the movie came out like 2008 though. No? It was like 2008.
Oh, okay, then I am thinking about something else. All right, yeah.
And the third game was like
Forget what I'm
2012.
saying. I'm probably just thinking about Max Payne 3 altogether the whole time.
Yeah. Um,
Oh well.
Max Payne 3 is not necessarily like a very speedy game.
Yeah.
Um, I did get into speedrunning that game for a while, early on really, but I didn't really of course I did it again for the trilogy run.
Mm,
And yeah, it is literally longer than the first two games combined.
yeah,
Um,
that makes
and
sense.
part of the thing is like to get around how slow it can get and how cinematic, like you said,
Hmm.
like cutscene heavy.
Cinematic. That's the word I was looking for.
Like to get around that, speedrunners have created like a cutscene skipper mod.
Mm.
But the game is still like an hour long with a mod that can skip all the cutscenes. So
Oh, but
it's really
usually
lame.
you can't even skip them. That's tragic.
Well, usually what happens is like you get to a certain point in a cutscene and you can skip it. But then there are other cutscenes that are completely unskippable.
Mm, okay.
So it's like
I see the
sometimes you're
problems here. Yeah.
so yeah, sometimes you like sit in a cutscene for like 5 minutes and it's
Yeah.
just not
Yeah. No, I get it. Um,
yeah.
did you say they use a mod for speedruns then to let you skip all that, or
Yeah, like a cutscene skipper mod.
okay? And
Um
that's like official. You can use that for like leaderboard and submissions.
yeah.
Okay.
For in Max Payne 3 leaderboards they have like a separate categories. No, I guess they would be subcategories, right?
Oh,
For
okay.
like cutscene skipper.
Okay.
No, I think there are two separate categories, like cutscene skipper and no cutscene skipper.
I see. Okay.
Um, that game, a lot of the real, there's not many glitches, but a lot of the glitches involve getting around the just how long cutscenes can get.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the glitching in the game does that. It's just about the goddamn cutscenes or
Mm-hmm.
the yeah, just kind of make the game not very speedy. But as far as like combat, it's a really fun run.
Okay.
It's really fun to do. I personally really like Max Payne 3. I think it's somewhat underrated, but I see where the criticisms
Yeah.
come from.
No, that makes sense.
Um, but yeah, I've had fun with that game. Really, it has that is one Max Payne game that actually has like varied categories, and it has like of course, the normal like story mode, any percent category, the main
Mm-hmm.
campaign thing,
Yeah.
and then it has other like an arcade modes. They're like New York Minute Hardcore. That's a great category because it's like the hardest difficulty, and you
Okay.
go through the whole game. And if you die once, you start all the way from the beginning.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it's a really interesting category. Um,
Yeah.
that
At
one
that point,
is
it's just a challenge run, and then you can beat it faster than other people.
But you'd be surprised because there's like the amount of activity that has happened
Oh,
for
okay.
that category. It's not like such a challenge. Like these guys, like dying is just not that major
Okay.
for them because they're just so good at
Okay. That's pretty cool.
it. So yeah, that's another Max Payne game. Also, has all these different categories and
Hmm.
like it was split by categories. when I used to run it, what would happen is like the slower uh, runners of Max Payne 3, like myself, were running any percent, like story mode.
Mm,
And the fastest, most skilled runners would run like a New York Minute hardcore.
I see.
And none of them would try the any percent. So it
So
was it
it's
was
like a
like the
community
weird
split
split.
again. Like,
Yeah, like a community split. And so like you would never see the full potential of any percent being reflected on the final, world
mhm.
record times because like the the any percent guys, we were just slower. We were worse players than the other guys, but
It's interesting.
um those guys were just great. I think they, at this point it's actually like they've gone into that and they've optimized that 80% category.
Mhm,
And I'm not the most like savvy about Max Payne 3, even though I've done it and I've learned like the you know the major stuff. It
mhm,
does have like similar to the other Max Paynes that it has like sky jumping, not super jumping, it's like sky jumping,
mm.
which involves like a very tedious setup in order to have Max like go really high and it's only useful for like two parts of the game. It's not that much.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, um, that game has a glitch that's called future data, which is a lot of about like skipping otherwise unskippable cutscenes.
Mm.
A lot of that is documented on the forums there on Max Payne 3.
Also, there is like, well, you said there's like the mod that removes them, but that's why they're separated because there are like glitches to get around the cutscenes, other than just like
Exactly.
modding a way to skip them. That's actually kind of fascinating.
That's exactly the way it works. There's
Hmm.
like two separate ones that like allow you to it's like glitchless with the cutscene skipper with the
Hmm.
mod, and then any percent with this glitch that is the future data. That is
Okay.
like the glitchy way of getting around unskippable cutscenes
Hmm.
without using the mod.
Fascinating.
And that's the one I've done.
Okay. Yeah. And that's
Um,
what you use for the trilogy then is.
Yeah, and I've kind of that's the way I've made the rules as well because and it's weird because like I'm the first one to ever do a Max Payne trilogy run, but I'm also the guy making the rules for it. So it's like so I made the rules like you can't use the cutscene skipper because I don't know, like it's a mod.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But but yeah, like I don't know.
And for a trilogy, it's less optimized anyway, so who really cares?
Yeah, no, the game glitchless with the cutscene skipper is faster than not using it,
Hmm.
um, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But
I mean, again, that's why you have the separate leaderboards. That seems perfectly reasonable. Different
yeah,
ways to play if you want. Like nothing wrong with that.
right. But yeah, again, it's made by speedrunners. The
Hmm.
mod is made by people who speedrun the game. It's not like a
Yeah.
Rockstar thing.
I'd be shocked if it was.
I
Don't worry, I wasn't
was
thinking
thinking
that.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, yeah. Um, Right. And so yeah, that's kind of where it's at. I kind of only Max Payne 2 and 3 I kind of only did for the trilogy. I didn't necessarily like keep doing it.
Hmm.
My plans for the future again like that the commentary that I told you for Max Payne 1 when I kind of get done with it, when I
Yeah.
feel like I'm happy with where I'm at with grinding Max Payne 1.
Hmm.
Um and getting back, getting doing what I had told you, doing the marathon runs and stuff, and commentary, but getting back to the trilogy to grinding trilogy again, which I only did one run that was just like pretty bad.
Hmm.
You know, just getting back into speed running um, and I kind of want to grind Max Payne trilogy. I want to do it like live on Twitch because I tried grinding Max Payne 1 live
Mm-hmm.
and I just couldn't with the chat and with all the distractions. It was too much,
Mm.
and I kind of want to get into that again. Um, and doing it live with the Max Payne trilogy. Um, I just never really did it. I had never really done it before because of like hardware. I just
Mm.
like I had a worse when I was younger. I just had a much worse computer to
Yeah.
handle
Like I can't
like
even
3D.
imagine trying to run PC stuff with my setup. It's very designed for consoles in mind. I just plug in a capture card and call it a day. So,
Yeah, it's more so like Max Payne 3. I mean, it's 2012, but like
hmm
I don't know. The other games are like 2001, 2003. Um, so yeah, I kind of just use this momentum now that I'm like more motivated to um to do some speed runs and check things off my list with Max Payne speed running.
mm,
I just love it. Love talking about it. Um, love doing it.
yeah, it's always good.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, is there anything else you've done that we haven't talked about? Sounds like we're kind of wrapping up here.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I feel like I was very long-winded
hmm
with the Max Payne stuff. Actually, I thought I was gonna take up a lot less time. I haven't drank water or anything during
Oh,
this whole time. Uh, but no, I kind of you know outside of Max Payne and speedrunning, I I would say really nothing.
mm.
I've thought about there's other games like that I've run at other points like Vice City No SSU or
Oh,
like Hitman Blood Money,
mm.
but those didn't really get anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of you
Just kind of
know
like put your foot in the water to see, kind of a thing.
yeah, I didn't succeed. It's just I didn't I can't I kind of went into that thinking I'm so good at Max Payne. Why
hmm
wouldn't I be able to get the same level at these games? But it was just not that way.
Yeah, no, completely different games.
And, and yeah, also I'm a big fan, and I kind of maybe wanted to try it. I don't know if you've heard of Manhunt, the game
Oh yes,
Manhunt.
yeah, Manhunt.
Manhunt, it has like out of bounds and inbounds categories.
Hmm,
Um,
interesting.
I'm a big fan of those speed runs, the of Manhunt inbounds, like kind of like glitchless, where it's an hour long and it's just a really interesting speed run. Um, Really difficult to do, probably so much more than Max Payne.
Hmm,
Um, yeah, I was interested in like trying that out, maybe. Um,
no.
I've kind of like at some points had like different games that I would play in between speedrunning Max Payne to
hmm
like kind of cool off a little bit,
Yeah.
and one of them was Manhunt,
Okay.
and I just love that game. It's another Rockstar game.
I was gonna say,
Um,
you definitely have a thing for Rockstar,
yeah, yeah, I uh,
which is funny
I
because
definitely
it's like
do.
none of the Rockstar games that I've played. No, I've played Vice
Yeah,
City actually. Okay, we have one in common.
yeah, Vice City is great. I also love like Souls games. I've loved Souls games and stuff. Elden
Mm,
Ring especially awesome,
yeah.
but that's not like speed running stuff.
Yeah. No, that's just.
Not so much.
Although there is a lot of crossover. Like I know quite a few top like Elden Ring and Souls people, but they come from speedrunning. It's all connected in some way.
Yeah, I just don't see them as like great speed games like that. It's just like it's more like
Some
I
Souls
don't know, just
games
die a
are
million
very
times.
fascinating. Like I know Sekiro or however you say it. Like you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
swim through the air the whole run. it's Stuff like that's hilarious.
yeah. It's just more like I don't see it as like such a speed running game for me.
Yeah.
I just see it as more like playing it the way it's intended, and like feeling that rush when you finally like defeat the boss is just
Mm,
amazing.
I see.
That's it for me with that. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, but yeah, with regards to speed running, I kind of just I do Max Payne,
Hmm.
and I think with I guess gaming altogether, I just do Max Payne. Uh,
Fair.
yeah, but yeah, I kind of just found this game again, and I just love doing it. And hopefully some people can pick it up.
Hmm.
I think it's worth it. And I think I hope I can keep like putting it out there and like doing my best for it.
Well, I hope this helped in some way.
Well, I want to thank you very much for this space and
Yeah.
letting me talk about it. Uh, Especially because like I thought you needed to be like connected with the person in order to have them like
Yeah.
consider you.
Yeah. I'm never gonna just reject someone outright. Like,
Right, right,
I don't
right.
know.
Yeah.
The thing I enjoy about, especially at this point, doing it for so long, is I like learning new things. Like, I know quite a bit about Mario. It's nice to hear something I have no idea about and be like, oh, that sounds interesting.
Right,
So that's what
right.
I've been doing a lot more recently. But so yeah, and I just am happy if anyone is interested in being on my show. Honestly, so
Yeah, yeah,
works for
really.
me.
Yeah, yeah. I saw some people I knew on your show, and
Hmm.
I thought it was really interesting to just really find a speedrunning podcast and
Yeah.
be able to plug Max Payne. I think it's really worth checking it out.
Well, I certainly had no idea about it before today, and it does sound pretty interesting. So I'll check it. I'll check it out a little bit. I won't run it, but I'll just to clarify. But
Yeah.
yeah, sounds fun to
Take care of your
watch.
mental health. Don't run this
Well,
game.
all right. But yeah, I mean, I guess, I guess that's everything.
All right. Yeah, I really can't think of anything else right now
All right.
with Max Payne. I think I I I didn't really try to speed run the talk, but
Hmm.
I was I
We
don't know,
didn't. I mean, it went from incredibly bright to pitch
two
black
hours.
on your camera, so we went through a whole day cycle talking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I guess
Well,
I'll.
thank you for having me.
Oh
Thank you
yeah,
very much.
no problem. And you talked about your future plans, so that's all good. So the only other thing I really need you to do is shout yourself out however you want.
Oh yeah, Agustin Payne on every platform, or Agus Payne 2002. Uh, I've kind of used those two names in order to have like different socials like have the same name.
Hmm.
Yeah, I try to post about like sometimes Max Payne speed running, sometimes other stuff, or like if anyone wants to shoot me a message, I think we could chat and stuff. I didn't make a blue sky. I just found before we were talking before the show, and I found that X is dead and it's blue sky now.
Yeah,
And I made
very
and
much so.
I made an X account like a dog. Um,
Yeah, us speedrunners
but
love our
yeah,
blue sky nowadays. I actually like see speedrunning content and not rage bait. It's great.
yeah, and the world record bot is
Oh
on Blue
yeah,
Sky now.
yeah. A lot of the
It
bots
used to be on Twitter.
transferred over. Well, what's nice about blue, I'll plug Blue Sky a little bit, I guess, but like, you can have like curated feeds. So that like some people have made like speedrunning feeds, so it'll take like certain information from posts and it has a whole feed just for that. So it's like really easy to find that kind of information that I'm interested in. So I can give it
Right,
a nice
right,
hearty recommendation, but
right,
it's not
right.
perfect. But like in terms of like getting information I actually care to see, like it's pretty good for that.
You'll get sponsored now.
I'm not accepting any sponsors from any social media. I'll be real. I don't trust that, but I mean that is where you can find me in my social media posts at least. So,
Yeah.
um but
All
yeah.
right.
uh,
Well, it was nice. It was nice chatting with you, man. Really, thank you
yeah.
for having me.
No problem. I enjoyed learning about a new speed game. I mean, that's why I do this. So, always a good
Thank you.
time. But yeah, I will have your links in the YouTube description. They're on stream. I'll have mine available somewhere. Um and I guess we'll call it a day. So, thanks for watching everyone and take care.